and do. For mine, just as a player, I did mention Patrick Herbert. I'd like to know your thoughts on him. Just from an outsider's view, I know the Titans have picked him up now, and I just really think he's a really good talent. Has sort of started to show that talent, and I think the Titans have really picked up a good buy there. So, what's your thoughts on Herbert?
Yeah, Patrick Herbert's had he had a good year last year. Actually, he had a good year. I think when we lost Fusatua and Ken Mamalo, when they head back home. Patrick Herbert, he did quite well. He got Adam Pompey as well, who was really underrated. He played quite well last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Patrick Herbert's a player that we could say is a big loss as well. Maybe Adam Kieran as well.
Yeah.
Because I know Adam Kieran didn't have many opportunities. And he played well at the last game of the season against Manly.
Yeah, he was good to have
he
there.
scored like 3 tries or something. So, yeah, Adam Kieran possibly says a utility player.
Yeah, 100%.
Could be a big loss.
100%.
Warriors NRL Fanatics just said, been a fan for a bit now, for not long. It's for a while now. It's what's the word? I've seen through the lows. Trust me. But we're here. I can actually put a date. I'll probably say that this will probably sound bad, but a year or two, I guess. 2 years, because before I went for the Knights, I actually used to go for Eastern Suburbs. So thank God I've got out of that.
Yep.
And that. But anyway, great to be here. Fantastic to be here.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Now,
Answers aren't that great. I feel like Jared Croker rushes out a lot, so they could just watch out for that. Otherwise, I think Curtis Scott has improved his defense, but I still think that they could watch out for that, because I don't think the Warriors will win the battle with the forwards in the middle. But I think if they try to go around them, they might get a few options out there and then get on the board early and have better opportunities.
yeah, I think the key is for us to start well in this game, actually. I think if Raiders get out to a 10 to 12-0 lead, I just don't see us hanging with the Raiders, with the pack. Jack Wyden as well. I think for the first game the Raiders played with Jack Wyden wasn't.
Yes, I mean, I'm happy Morgan Harper's going to play. I think Harper deserves to go. But to be fair, if Moses Sully was not injured, I think he'd play and Harper would be in reserve. That's the thing right there. But look, I think it's not the worst lineup, but it's just it's most of the teams are pretty much the same team that has been losing 4 straight games. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, so my thoughts on the Manly lineup. Well, I don't understand why they're not going with Cade Cuss at hooker. I don't understand that, but
yeah,
it's pretty much still the same Manly
done here, and I'm the complete opposite, guys. I think that the Manly train will come crashing in an accident this week. I don't think it will be Penrith by 30, maybe 20 plus at max, but I think the Penrith Panthers will win 26 points to 10. So I'm going to go with the Panthers by 16. I think they'll be too good for the Manly Seagulls, and it really shocks me that so many people are tipping the Manly Seagulls to win this game. And let's see if you're one of these people, because I think they're crazy.
You've got Corey Thompson, AJ Brimson, Kevin Proctor, all in for the Gold Coast Titans on that side of things. And the last time the Titans won in Canberra was way back in 2016. But when you look at the odds, at $3, the Gold Coast Titans are a cheeky old bet, because both defenses are bad. But again, I think on paper they have the stronger team, the Titans. But I'll be buggered if I'll tip them for sure. So not only do you have Jared Croker returning, but I think the other milestone that would get them revved up as well is that Sam Williams is also playing his 100th game as well for the club. And when he captained the Raiders for the first time last season against Cronulla, you saw how much or how revved up the entire squad got behind Sam Williams. So I'll tip Raiders to win 1-12 with a scoreline something like 28 points to 26. It'll be close. I think it'll be a really entertaining game of footy. As an anytime try scorer, I'm going to go Bailey Simonson for the Raiders. And I really hope that the general public can get in, because there's a fair bit happening in this contest, mate.
It's a big loss. Major Power has failed his HIA. He's another big loss. It's going to hurt our middles. I don't know where Curtis Soonan is. He might be dead for all I know, because he has not been playing for a while now, and he was meant to come back between round 6 and 7. We're now in round 9. Obviously, the big talking points are going to be is Ben Trbojevic making his debut, and will George Tafua come on to replace Garrick? I think besides those two late changes, we'll see this team 1 through to 17. And look, I'm a bit concerned about the middle. I think our forwards are going to be in for a big game, but if we get on the front foot, with Tommy Turbo's proven to be such a difference. So, but that's the battle I'm looking forward to. I reckon 2 young forward packs eager to get out there and whack each other on a beautiful Sunday on Brookie.
1-17, round 1. Team of the week, bro. Go through your team, and then I'll go through mine, and we'll talk about our positions.
All right, so at fullback, I've gone with Ryan Pappenhausen. And on the wing, I've gone with David Mead. In the centres, I've gone with Josh Morris and Stephen Crichton. On the wing, I've gone with Brent Morris. In the halves, I've gone with Cameron Munster and George Williams. At prop, I've gone with Adam Fanua-Blake. And at hook, I've gone with Reed Marnie. And at prop, again, I've gone with James Fisher-Harris. And I've gone with Hudson Young, Bailey Sirenen, and Joseph Tarpanen in the 13. Yep. And then on the bench, I've gone with Isaiah Papali, Isaiah Yo, Leeson Armel, and in the 17, I've gone with Tohu Harris.
I think you make some good points about the Warriors. And Cody Nikorima, he has been very inconsistent at the start of the year. I agree with you there. And, I think Reece Walsh is a good young player there for the Warriors. But for the Cowboys, some of the players, not a big fan of Connolly Lamelu. Not a real big fan of him. I think he's a bit of a weak link for us. Maybe that's something that the Warriors could target. I'm not a big fan of Connolly. I think there's better options there in, Javid Bowen and Asan Masters. But, Connolly Lamelu, I think he needs to play a little bit better. I'm okay with the rest of the back line. Obviously, Drinkwater's been playing really well at 5'8", but Ben Hampton at halfback, I still don't believe it's a good fit for him. I think Ben Hampton as a game-managing halfback just doesn't really work. I think it's working at the moment, but in the long run, I don't see it working. I think Cohen Hess going into the front row has been a good thing, so I'm glad he's in the middle. McLean's been playing a little bit better, but I'll be surprised if he plays, because he had a bit of a hamstring injury last weekend against the Raiders. He only played 20 minutes, so I'll be surprised if he plays on Sunday. Shane Wright's not a bad player, but I don't know if he's the real.
Saying that, I want to sort of hear someone else's opinion on it. So, Nick, can you please start us off? What are your thoughts on RTS leaving? Give us a bit of, just like unadulterated sort of thoughts on what's happened.
Well, I'm a little bit disappointed that he's going early, but I can understand it, obviously, with the whole the borders always opening and shutting. So I understand why he has to leave so early. It's obviously a shame that he wasn't able to go out the way he wanted. It would have been good if he had played Friday night, and it could have been his last game, and then maybe go on Saturday or even midnight Friday night. But look, it isn't to be. And I'm a big fan of Roger Tavares. He's had a really good career at the Warriors. I think 2018 he won the Dally M. He had an incredible season. it's been an inspiration to a lot of young kids out there who, go to games they want to be. Tuivasa Sheck, or, maybe they want Tuivasa Sheck's T-shirt or whatever it may be. He's been an incredible player for the Warriors, and it's obviously disappointing that he has to go so early, but I think he will always be remembered as a fantastic fullback for the New Zealand Warriors. And he's been very unselfish this year by playing on the wing, giving Reece Walsh time at fullback to develop. So he will be missed, and, he's going to rugby union. Now, everyone who goes to rugby union always comes back eventually, so I don't think this will be the last time we see Roger in a Warriors jersey. I think he will come back someday and will play again for the Warriors, because I don't think he suits any other team besides the Warriors. So it's sad that he's gone for now, but I reckon within 2 years he will be back. So sad to see him go, but he's had an incredible career at the Warriors. What a player.
Yeah, look, nicely said. And before I pass it over to Fanatics, that is right. There was a silver. So the contract does state, though, that if he goes to New Zealand Rugby and things don't pan out for him, he can come back, and he must come back to the Warriors. So, yeah, you're spot on there. And I suppose as Warriors fans, though it's sad, that is probably the silver lining. Fanatics, over to you, man. Give us your thoughts. And I know you've already, you've got a video about it. If you haven't checked it, please do so. But, yeah, what are your thoughts on it, Fanatics?
Well, to be honest, look, probably doesn't come as a surprise. I mean, look, not really playing for anything right now. I don't know if he wants to leave early, that is fine, because, look, at the end of the day, the team's not playing for anything, and, as gutting as it is, it's sad, obviously, because, I got tickets to the Warriors round 25 against the Gold Coast Titans, and I was hoping that would just, last game, and unfortunately now the case is leaving early, so, not to be, but, it is disappointing. It's gutting that he's not going to play the next. All I got to say is I do wish him all the best. Champion player, he's been a champion bloke for a long time, and, what he's done for the Warriors, look, Warriors have struggled over the years with results.
I mean, if it happened in every game for like 2 weeks straight, then you'd be like, whoa, okay, maybe they are bloody going a bit too fast with this here. But I think 18th man, I don't want to see it personally, because they're talking about it being an emerging player. But can someone explain to me what the hell an emerging player is? Is it a young kid that hasn't played yet, or is it a rookie? I don't know what it is, but I think I don't think it's needed personally.
And sort of for me, I guess for the Tigers, look, I'm going with probably Dewey, Mabye, and I guess for their forwards, I'm going to go probably Tamo and probably Luciano Leilua, because he has really good hands for a second rower. He knows how to good ball skills. So, yeah.
I really hope not. I hope that I'm proven wrong with my concerns, but you can just tell Canberra are going to come out wanting to, knowing that their season's on the line and it's largely in their own hands, unlike us. I haven't seen this level of, mathematical proficiency from NRL fans since crypto first boomed, trying to work out what teams need to finish where on for and against to try and make the 8. But Warriors need about 8 or 9 games to go their way, whereas basically Canberra just need to win there too. So Ricky's going to have them up. That's my big concern. I think they got it in the coaching ranks.
Anyone but Melbourne in that sense. Unfortunately, looking at Panthers' team compared to the Melbourne's, there's uncertainty with Brian Toto if he's going to be 100% to play, on Saturday. Viliami Kikau's also got a bit of a niggling injury. So there's a lot of uncertainties with the Panthers' team come Saturday. But with the Storm, they get Josh Adokar back and they get Brandon Smith back as well. So that's a big ins for that side. And I don't know. I think Storm is going to be too good. I think Storm, with the week off, it's definitely going to benefit that side. Unlike Panthers, who are going to come off a very gritty and really, tiring sort of match they had against Parramatta last week. So, I think Storm will be ready to go and they'll get the win. So I'll tip Melbourne to win by about 40, not 40, but 30 points to 18, I reckon. 30 to 18, so by 12 points.